Hey, 27th Fire here. I'm Anthony. I'm getting ready to talk to you this morning, share some things, and try to keep it up. Like and subscribe or hate, whatever works best for you. I'm sure I'm touching on subjects sometimes that some people don't like, and sometimes I wonder how long am I going to last. But I'm a very small fish right now, and so maybe I'm not gathering that much attention. But one of the things is Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. And the smaller rally down the road is a good portion of America. Yeah, a good portion of America believes that Jesus is Lord. It's actually that small little thing over there that believes in that life doesn't have much value. You know, it's amazing that they want to make abortion one of the top issues, which is they normally do. It's like a magician's trick. Here, focus on this. You know, they're upset because our Camacho Laca is and some of the other socialists. The truth is we don't have real Democrats these days. A lot of the Democrats, they're socialist or more towards communist or dictatorship. A lot of the Republicans are more old school Democrats. Those, you go back a few years, it's completely changed and shifted. But in the process of a lot of the left work on the beaver eating a tree theory. You know, they try to get you to take their thinking like this woke mentality, and they push it on the rest of the nation. And what happens is, especially through large companies and everything, and you vote with your dollars. You know, it only takes a few believers to take their money away from these woke companies and they go broke. Go woke, go broke. You can crush them. The thing is, when you do crush them, you got to keep them down with your voting dollars. But back to the abortion thing is, there are so many problems and issues growing in the world right now and coming our way. BRICS, Russia, China, Brazil, Africa, these guys are developing some very strong alliances. And basically the new thinking is they're probably going to take down the petrodollar. We're at war, but you're worried about abortion. Even though your dollar is losing major value each and every day. That's how come every time gold goes up or silver goes up, your dollar just dropped. It has less buying power. And that inflation of gold rising is going to spread to pretty much everything you eat. You know, it's like if you buy a pack of beanie weenies today at 95 cents, and in a month or two from now, they're at $2. So if you had 100 cans, you saved yourself $100. It's like a savings account to have some food and supplies stacked up right now. And Jesus is Lord. When Kamala sat there and said, go to the smaller rally, we as believers need to take a stand in our purchasing power, in our voting power, and get off your butt power, because this is one of the most serious times right now. Each year they seem to be growing with the ability to attack the believer, and part of this nation wants to degrade it. When Trump did appoint Supreme Court justices and they changed Roe versus Wade, see, they didn't eliminate what the lie is about abortion. All they did is give it back to the states to let the states make their decisions. Sort of like Missouri right now with Proposition 3. Now, the interesting thing is, vote no on 3, is the beaver eating the tree mentality is, see, they came along and said, here, abortion is for incest and rape and to save the life of the mother. And actually, about 23%, I believe, of abortion is actually on women who've been out cheating on their husbands and got pregnant by another man, so they need to make that problem disappear. And what happened was there was a certain amount of weeks you could perform abortion. Well, they expanded, and also when you go into some abortion clinics, they make it longer. And the truth is, you know, if you really want to learn about abortion, go on YouTube and actually have some of these doctors listen to their stories, how they perform these procedures. You know, a lump of cells, you know, not like a pound of ground beef, you know, think that's a lump of cells. Generally, lump of cells don't have feet and legs and arms and a head that gets ripped apart by the doctor. And, and I've watched different videos. You might want to watch these videos on how abortion's actually performed and see the truth. You need to wake up and see the truth. But, now some places have it up to 9 months. They said that was a lie, but that's not true. It's out there. All you do is do your research, do your homework, quit just believing one thing. And the thing is if every time you give an inch, you take a mile, and it goes further out, the distance. At first it was a few weeks. Now it's up to birth of a child if you don't like that. Now, where does the importance of life, or the fact that you get old and you don't quite function like in Canada and some of the other nations, and how they're practicing euthanasia? Is that if you take out an 80-year-old guy, is that like a late abortion? You're solving a problem? Or if your 17-year-old teenager pisses you off and something happens to them, was that a late abortion? Just asking for a friend, just kind of curious. Where do you draw the line of this is life and this is important? Or how about the fact that as bricks grows in power, your buying power shrinks? And this is the other side, which you should be focusing on, because the petrol dollar is crashing. And, when you have a president that declares war on oil, it kind of has some really bad side effects. And also, it affects other nations like Arabia, whose main income is selling oil, or Russia selling oil. So they're not going to stay your friend. I mean, it was just a stupid thing. If you're willing to attack the oil production in your own nation, it's just a matter of time before you're going to attack it in other nations. Go green, because it has a lot of control. One of the things I was going to say about the abortion ban is, the federal government, especially the certain political parties, maybe both of them, they like the power at the federal level. They like a law at the federal level, because generally it has a lot more control and power. But when you give it at a state level, it lessens their ability to do anything. It takes it away from them, and they don't like that. They like control. They like power. One of the things I was actually thinking, one of the best things we could do at election actually is any senator, congressman, regardless of his political party, especially if they've been in there over 10, 15, 1,000 years and they're on life support, I'm going to vote senator, congressman. Vote them out. All the old alligators, I don't care whose side they're on, get them out. They are useless creatures. They are part of the problem. All senators, I would say 8 years and above, maybe 12, they just need to go. If American people were smart, especially the patriots, because you can only vote one side and get them out, and liberals, libertarian, it would be a good idea if you eliminated yours too. I like to see all ours eliminated. A lot of the old Republicans need to go. They really do. Eliminate those offices and clean house. And don't elect lawyers. If they're a lawyer, elect a farmer, elect someone, a truck driver, elect people who actually have worked for a living. If you got a lawyer, that's like, having a pet rattlesnake. Most lawyers, they're like a necessary evil, especially in a divorce or something like that. But, here's a lawyer, he's a politician, let's vote them in. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I mean, do we really have respect for lawyers unless we're in trouble? I mean, and we're going to vote them in. Do they have real jobs? When your idea of let's sue somebody is a problem solver, that's sort of like saying let's raise taxes. When we sue somebody, that's like winning the lottery. Yeah, it's like screwing up someone's life. And sometimes somebody does deserve to be sued, but sometimes it's not. We need to focus on the real issues. We need to be men and women of God who really need to be praying for this nation and the sanctity of life. What's important? What is important? What is important? I can do a video down here at the cemetery. See, that's your destination, all of you. You're either going to be powder in a box or you're going to be in a coffin. All of us. Unless for us Christians, see, one of these days we have a way out. We believe it's going to get so bad on the planet eventually that God's going to come for his people and say, man, I'm not going to let them go through that garbage. It's just getting dumber all the time. And he's going to take us away. But the rest of you, see, I don't believe, do I believe the Lord could come anytime? Up to a point I do. But I also believe we still have time. We have time to win souls, we have time to touch lives, and we have time to make a difference. But are we making that difference? You got to make it count. Time is running out, running short. And we got to stand for what we're believing God for. Thank you.